All right, I'm going to do a short demonstration of this organ. The organ is called Yamaha Electone HS5. So I'm going to do a brief demonstration of it. So I'm getting it open and then assessing the organ. Everything is all right. And then I go to, check the volume, the pedal volume, and the master volume. So here you have master volume, but I love the pedal ones. I leave this one on and then use the foot pedal to control it. So you go there and you press that button, that's the power button, then it turns on. So when it turns on, you check, make sure everything is all right. Then there are so many things on this organ. So, but I have registered some tones on the memory registration button. You have 1 to 8 memory registration, where you have registered different tones. This here you can turn this and get to different things. So there are so many things you need to as you scroll this up, as you roll this on, you'll be able to discover so many other things. So I have registered pipe organ. I've registered pipe organ. This is where you can get the pipe organ sound. So I've registered it to number 1. This pipe organ is registered to number 1, and the different tones for different things. Then you have the transposition button. In case you are a transposer like me, you have the transposing button here, up and down, so you know how to do the transposition. So as you turn this thing, it brings out different things, features you need to explore. Okay, all right, so now I will take you through to this is registration number 1. And this registration number 1 is registered to the organ sound, church and pipe organ sound mixed together. Now you have the upper keyboard, all right, and you have the lower manual. So we call this 2 manual organ. This is the lower manual. Okay, but I'm going to talk on the upper manual first, then I will take us through the lower manual. So on the upper manual, I've registered organ sound on number 1 registration button, but then I can still leave it on that organ and I will do a lot of things with the same sound. It's going to change in different ways, still on registration memory selection 1. So if I go to orchestral voices, all right, then I have strings, brass 2, wood, vocal, and combi. Okay, now these things change the sound of the organ depending on which one I want. Now this is original on combi. I've pressed something. What did I press? All right, so on combi I have this sound, but when I go on brass 2 I have this sound. When I go on brass 1 I have this sound. When I go on strings I have this sound. When I go on vocal I have this sound. When I go on wood I have this sound. Okay, now so it can change from depending on what you want. Now if you still leave it on any of the selections here, still on memory registration 1, if you leave it on any of this selection, you can as well change the tone and the flavor of the sound by going down here to the tremolo and symphonic sounds. So now we are playing on the upper manual. So you press upper orchestra. If you touch it, the sound of the organ will change. Watch again. Now listen. So this thing changes. It changes with different selections. So it's just you knowing your whereabouts and what you want to do, how to manipulate it. Okay? Then you can get the sound you want. The same thing can be applicable to if I use brass, for instance, and I want it to, this is still on this, see the original sound, and with the orchestra, so the orchestra gives it a kind of swelling sound, you know, gives it a kind of swelling flavor, you know. So then this is sustain if you want it, you know, that's sustain for upper or lower, whichever one you want. Okay, now that is a little bit of what you may experience with this organ. Okay, now we also have here the percussion voices. Okay, the percussive voices. Now when you go to percussion voices, see what's going to happen now. I am on default selection 1 and combi orchestral voice. Okay, so it is now on combi combination. This combi is just combination. It's a combination of pipe organ, church organ, you know. So this is a combination. So my default is the combination of pipe organ and other sounds. So this is what I have. That is what I have here. But when I go to this percussive voices, you have vibrate. You have a, what do you call it? You have a piano, vibraphone, jazz, and guitar. Now here, lead voices, you have flute, you have oboe, you have trumpet, you have trombone. Now you go to ensemble. On ensemble sounds, see how ensemble sounds can influence, you know, change the sound of this organ. We are still on selection registration memory 1, and now we have, if I touch this upper percussive sound, because I've chosen piano, if I choose piano on percussive sound, then I go down here on this percussive sound and I select percussive sound, you will see that it will have a piano sound. Now, if that is not what you want, and you want it to be a vibraphone sound, and it's still on percussive, if you want it a guitar sound and percussive still, if you want it a jazz guitar and on percussive still, then if you want any of them, but you also need it to have a lead, so you have upper lead. Okay, now if I select this, look at it. Let me remove the percussive so you can feel this lead, how it goes. So this sound gives the organ a lead voice. You know, it makes it have a lead solo. Like if I play something like this, with lead voice, it will be, so you see the difference in the lead and the percussive and the orchestra to the symphonic. You know, this is for the same thing on this registration 1 can apply to every other of these registration memories. Is that okay? Then you have the master volume here, and I leave it there. Now if we try a little thing on the lower manual, now this lower manual, we are on the 4th registration 1, the 4th. So you have this sound. Now you can change the percussive sound to lower or lead sound to lower. So if I have it that way, you have, okay. if you want to add the percussive, you see, so you see that it's having a piano sound because I chose percussive piano, and then on lower. But if I remove the piano percussive, and if I remove the lead ensemble, there is yet another thing on this lower manual. There's another thing that is very, very funny with the lower manual, and that sound is called the ABC sound. The ABC sound, if I get it on, you will see what's gonna happen. Now, this is what I mean. This sound makes the lower manual to sound like a vibrative thunder. Now, see, feel the organ now. Just feel it. I played on the lower manual. Huh? Now, watch me turn this on and hear the sound. You see, like an earthquake. So that is, it's like, you know, a boost to the lower manual of the organ. Is very heavy, like when you get it amplified, you know. So a good organist will know what to do with this. Especially I enjoy it when you're playing a hymn like Dear Lord, our Father of all mankind, forgive our foolish ways, and then when you get to speak through the earthquake, wind and fire, you know, when you get to the, you know, speak through the earthquake, wind and fire, or, you know, speak through da 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 da, you know, da 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 da, you know. So when you get to that, speak through the earthquake, this sound can, you know, you can make use of this sound to boost the earthquake, then wind and fire. Oh, still small voice of kind, you can reduce it, you know. So this is a little about this. Besides that as well, for those who like chakabum, you know, there's a beat as well for this, you know. It got sounds, and if you want to do the tempo, so here is the tempo. You can increase the tempo, you know, so as much as you want, you know. So that's the tempo button there. There are quite a few things I really have not discovered on this organ, but for the few times I've kept it, I've been able to figure out few of all these. So this is the rhythm selection buttons, and that's the reverb, volume, that is the manual balance, you know, of the speakers. This is at the center now, also the both speakers are talking. Then what have I not known? Oh, sorry, is the volume. So what have I not talked about? I'm just trying to see what I've not talked about on this organ today. Let me stop this first. Let me stop this then. Now you have, you know, the keyboard percussion. Okay, keyboard percussion. Now the keyboard percussion has only on the pedal and the lower manual. Okay, so if you put this keyboard percussion, you have so that one is for that, and I will let us, you know, I will let us go for now. What else? I've not really figured out what this sound or these buttons, these ones, what they do. I've not yet figured out what they do. for some reasons, for some reason this pedal began to kind of seize and delay sounds. You know, where's the button of the pedal? Where's the pedal button? So for some reasons, I don't know why, it began to, maybe on the, just because you need to plug it in here. It's got a button where you can plug it in. So if you want to send the sound to the amplifier of the church, then you have this headphone to plug it. Okay, and this knee pedal, I think this is a vibration kind of. If you're playing, you can use your leg to get some vibrato. That is it for now.